Nice to see you. Okay. The Gemara says, so now we have a derasha in the Braita on Hey Amud Bet. The derasha said, "V'haya b'chachet." Good morning, Mr. Hanono. Look at that. I like the background over there. Yeah, he's home. He's got the pictures on the wall.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to close. What's it called? The Rasha is V'haya b'chachet v'lo b'korbanei chachet. So it teaches you that if you were over on Baal Te'achet, the korban doesn't become pasul. The Gemara asked yesterday, we can learn from Acherim. Or Acherim said that if you leave the Bechor longer than a year, you could still bring it. What was the Dirasha? Hekesh from Bechor to Ma'asir. Just like Ma'asir is kasher after a year, so too Bechor is kasher after a year. So the Gemara said, no, you can't learn from Bechor because Bechor is doesn't need ritzu. It's just, it's not yours. It belongs to Hashem. Bring it to the Korban, I'll let you eat. Said that. It says, but if you need something from Hashem, you want a kapara and you're bringing an expired Korban, or you're bringing a present and you bring an expired Korban, maybe you're not going to achieve the desired result. Kamash Malan, it's still good. It's your problem, not the Korban's problem. The Akati, Mid Ben Azai Navka, we could still learn it from Ben Azai, meaning the same idea that an expired, that a korban after the time is not pasul. The Tanya Ben Azai Omer, Oto Matamud Lomar. What does it say? Hamakriv Oto Lo Yehashev by Pigul, right? Oto Matamud Lomar Lefi Sheneemar Lo Te'acher Leshalemo. Don't delay paying your korban. Shomei Ani, I might hear. You might say that delaying your korban is like a type of pigul, right? Pigul is, I'm planning on doing it too late. Over here, I brought it too late. Hashem said, bring it within a year. You brought it after a year. Right? Or bring it before 3 holidays, you brought it after. Right? It's the same thing. Hashem said, eat it in 2 days, and you ate it on day 3. Time is a problem.
Initially, you brought it on.
Over there. Yeah, well, my point is, I understand that they're not exactly the same. But the point is that delays in time
make a difference.
So you might say that this delay in time makes a difference, right? Oto, only pigul belo yiratzeh. Ve'en ma'acher nedro belo yiratzeh. So I already have it. I have the neder. I didn't bring it. It's not b'bal yiratzeh. Ela b'chachet v'lo b'ishtechachet. So now we redid the Braita. V'haya b'chachet, not v'lo b'korbanei chachet. Your wife doesn't have a sin. Sal kedai tachamina. Ho'il v'amar Rabbi Yochanan v'item Rabbi Elazar. En ishto shel adam meta. אלא אם כן מבקשים ממנו ממון, ואין לו, שנאמר, אם אין לך לשלם, למה ייקח משכבך מתחתיך? Right? Shlomo HaMelech says,
Only for neder.
Yeah, what's the pasuk before? So don't make nedarim. Why? Because אם אין לך לשלם, if you don't have what to pay what you made a neder, why should he take your bed? Right? So no, it's not your bed, it's your wife. Right?
So if the guy makes a neder and he doesn't pay, that's a good way to get the wife.
It's a whole mice. Rabbi Reisman tells a story. There was a guy, he comes to the rabbi, he says, Rabbi, I need your help. Swat. He says, I need you to curse my wife. I can't take it anymore. Rabbi says, no, I don't do that. So the rabbi tells him, he says, please, Rabbi, you don't understand. She makes me miserable. He says, okay. He says, I'm not going to curse her, but the Gemara says, if you make a neder, this guy was a mice. He says, if you make a neder and you don't pay it, their wife dies. So, thank you, Rabbi. He says, what should I do? He says, get up in shul tomorrow. He says, and promise that you're gonna rebuild the mikveh. And then don't do it. So the guy does it. He goes home. Every night he's looking to see when she's going to drop dead. This Rabbi, it's not working. He says, I don't know. It's not working. Every day comes back, it's not working. Finally, the rabbi tells him, he says, I got it. He says, only works if you treat her like a wife. You treat your wife like an animal. He says, so what should I do? He says, you got to start saying, please, thank you, be nice to her, take her out to eat. You treat her like a wife. He says, Rabbi, I can't do that. I hate her. He says, you want to get rid of her or not? Okay. Okay, I'll stop being nice to her. He goes home, he starts saying thank you and please and this and that. After a month, he comes back to the rabbi. He says, Rabbi, you got to pray for my wife. She's sick. He says, I thought that's what you wanted. He says, I don't know. Since I started being nice, she's a different person. The rabbi says, what do you want me to go against the Gemara? The Gemara says, if you make the neder, you don't pay, she's going to die. So what you do is you better fix the mikvah. Ema. So now, not paying a neder, causes a person's babin on his wife to die. Ema. I might say not only not paying, but also delaying will also cause her to die. No, delaying is not what's called oha. No, if it's talking where he already separated the korban, he's just not bringing it to the Beit HaMikdash. But that's not going to cause mal te'acher. Says the Gemara, Tanu Rabbanan, we have another pasuk that's very similar. Motza sefatecha, right? What's the pasuk? Motza sefatecha, tishmor ve'asita, ka'asher nadarta l'Adonai Elohecha, nedava asher dibarta beficha. Also a pasuk with seemingly lots of extra words. Motza sefatecha zu mitzvat aseh. It's a mitzvat aseh to bring your korban. Right? What? Tishmor zu mitzvah lo ta'aseh. When it says tishmor, that's a lo ta'aseh. If you don't bring the korban, you over on a lo ta'aseh. Rashi. Motza sefatecha zu mitzvah ta'aseh. Now, motza sefatecha doesn't say to do anything. When you say tishmor, that's do something. Or ve'asita is also do something. But we're taking motza sefatecha as if it says motza sefatecha tekayem. As Rashi says, the mistama hachi amar kara motza sefatecha kayem. Then when it says and tishmor and guard yourself to do that, we say that's a lo ta'aseh. Shelo ta'acher, don't delay it. Ked Rabbi Abin amar Rabbi la'eh kol makom shene'amar hishamer pen ve'al eno elo lo ta'aseh. We have a rule that the word tishmor or hishamer or whatever, that's like a conversion to a lo ta'aseh. So when we say shamor et yom HaShabbat, it means make sure not to do the things that are asur. And sometimes shamor is a lo ta'aseh. So if a person doesn't bring his korban, not only did he miss the aseh, he also over on lo ta'aseh. Ve'asita, and you should do it azhara lepetin sheya'asucha. That's telling betin, if a person promises a korban and he's not bringing it, hold him in and force him to bring it. Ve'asita al korchacha. You're going to do it against your will. How are you going to do it against your will? Who's going to make you do it against your will? Betin. Mikan azara lebetin lachuf. Ka'asher nadarta. So what's it talking about? Ze neder. LaHashem Elokecha. Elu hataot va'ashamot olot ushlamim. Nedava kemashma'o. Asher dibarta, that you spoke. Elu kodshe bedekabayit. Beficha zu tzedakah. So Rashi says, beforehand, kidarosh yidreshenu, right? Hashem is demanding it. That's chata'ot va'ashamot. Because Hashem says, you do it, so you bring your chata. No problem. Over here, the Gemara is saying, LaHashem Elokecha. Last time, LaHashem Elokecha was tzedakah and ma'aseh. Because by both of them, it says, LaHashem Elokecha. Right? Chati tzedakah lefnei Hashem Elokecha. And ve'achalta lefnei Hashem Elokecha. So how come LaHashem Elokecha over here is hata'ot v'ashamot? Rashi says, K'ray yeterahu l'drasha. It's extra pasuk. L'rabot, not only neder and nedava, but also davar shebechovah. Beficha zu tzedakah. Also, K'ray yetera darish. There's no linguistic connection or anything like we had in the other one. It's just extra. Amar Mor, we said Motza Sifatecha Zu Mitzvah Taseh. Lamali. What do I need this mitzvah taseh to bring a korban that you promised? I already have it. Mi ubata shama vavetim shama nafka. It says, go there, bring it. First holiday. Second question. Tishmor zu mitzvah lo ta'aseh. Lamali. What do I need that for? Mi lo ta'achel shalemo nafka. I learned from lo ta'achel shalemo. Ve'asita, and you should do it, right? Azara lebedin shiyasucha. That's telling Betin that they should force you. Lamali. What do I need that for? Yakriv oto nafka. We learned that from the beginning of Vayikra, the Tanya Yakriv oto. Right, what's the pasuk? Im ola korbano min habakar. Zachar tamim yakrivenu. El petach o el moed yakriv oto. Yakriv oto is extra. You know, yakriv oto, if you don't bring it, we bring you. Melamed shekofin oto. We force him. Rashi. Yakriv oto el petach o el moed. Yakriv oto kra yeterahu. Da'aketi bereishe yakrivenu. So what's yakriv oto? Against this word. Yachol, I might say be'al korcho. No problem. The guy promised to bring in olah. He's not bringing it. Go into his house. The guy owes money, right? He's not paying. You go to his house. You take the money. You give it to the guy he owes the money to. He's screaming no. Get out of here. Yo, the money we take it from you. So over here, maybe we do the same thing. You promised the korban, you're not in the mood of bringing it, no problem. We have people. We send in the goon squad, they take the korban from the house, they bring it to the Beit HaMikdash, and they bring it.
Where does it say that they have to go from Ve'asita?
It says Betim forces.
But how do we know?
Well, from Ve'asita, from Yakriv Oto.
Oh, that they have to do it.
Betim forces. Says Gemara, Yachol be'al kocho. I might say we could do it against his will. Talmud lomar, lirtzono. No, he has to want it. But he doesn't want it.
You just have to say that we can force it.
We force him. So it would be easy
count.
if we just take it out of his house. Good for him. Right? No problem. Kofin oto yomar rotzeani. We have ways of making you want to bring the korban.
Mexico.
So, but isn't that still against his will?
Don't marry your kids.
Right.
Isn't that still against
Yeah,
his
pay
will?
up before the wedding.
Isn't that like still against his will? Because he really doesn't want to give it.
No.
That's famous. The Rambam says deep down everybody wants to do it. Nekuda nifla. Okay. Yomar rotzeani. So what do I need 2 pesukim to force the guy for? And what do I need 2 pesukim of tishmor and ve'asita, mitzvah ta'aseh, mitzvah lo ta'aseh? We have the whole thing over. So the Gemara says, Chad de'amar ve'lo afrish. One pasuk is talking when he said, I'm going to bring a korban, but he didn't separate. That's one level of tishmor. V'chad de'afrish ve'lo akri. The second one is he set it aside, but he wasn't makriv the korban. You promised an olah, yes, right there. Yeah, but you have it there for 6 months. One is when I didn't designate it, and the other one is when I designated it. You better get it. Hurry up and get it up. V'tzricha, I need both of them. Amar velo afrish. If you tell me when he said it and he didn't mafresh it, mishum delo kime ledibure, he didn't fulfill what he said. Aval afrish, if he said it aside, velo akri. Ema, what's the big deal? Kol eicha diita begaza derahamana ita. It belongs to Hashem wherever it is. Tzricha. It's mine, but you better bring it to my house.
So he did one mitzvah by saying he's going to bring it.
Who says that's a mitzvah? He did. No, Motzah Sifatecha, Zu mitzvah means that it's a mitzvah to do what you said.
To do like complete.
Bring it. And if you told me that if you mafresh the korban and you're not marked, you're over on balta acher, mishum de kamashi legabe, you're keeping the korban by you. Aval amar velo afrish, if he never separated it, ema dibur alo klumhu, speak haki balash, until you separate it, the clock doesn't start ticking. Tzricha, I need both. Says the Gemara, how could you say that one of these 2 pesukim, either Kiti Dor Neder or Motzah Sifatecha, is talking about the Amar? He said it velo afrish. Both pesukim talk about nedava. The second one, Motzah Sifatecha, seems like they're understanding No, right? It says nedava. In Motzah Sifatech it says nedava befirush. In the other pasuk we made a derasha neder. We learned nedava also because it says in another place neder or nedava. So they both have nedava. So how do you have a nedava? V'tanan ezehu neder. What's a neder? Haomer hare alai ola. If a person says I have to bring it, ola is on me. So over there you could say I said I'm going to bring an ola, but I didn't separate it. Ve'ezu hi nedava. Haomer hare zu ola. This is an ola. How could you do zu? Hare zu ola, but you didn't separate it. That's exactly what you did. You separated. So there's no way to say, oh, I said it, but I didn't separate it when you're talking about an adava. So which pasuk is you going to say is talking about I promised it, but I didn't separate it? They both have nedava, which you clearly separated it. Uma ben neder l'nedava. This is an aside. What's the difference between a neder and a nedava? Neder, by a neder, met or nignav chayav ba'achariyuto. Right? Let's say you said, Hare alai ola. I have to bring an ola. Then you went outside and you said, okay, this is the best sheep I have. This is my neder. This is my ola. You went back inside, lightning hit the ola and it died. It's not your fault. Do I have to take another one? Yeah. Why? Because he said, Hare alai. It's my responsibility. You went outside, you didn't say Hare alai. You said, this is an ola. You're going to take it to the Beit HaMikdash. Meta or Nignava, if it died or got stolen, you don't have to replace it. I didn't say it's my responsibility. I said this is an olah. But you see, Al Kopanim, that in a Nedava is when you say, Hare zu.
So you didn't put it aside when you said this is an olah.
It's the only way to do it. How could you not put it aside? What's this? How do you say this is an olah without putting it aside?
You're just saying this is an olah.
That made it aside.
Putting it aside.
Okay. Doesn't make a difference. You put it aside. You made it in. You made that an olah. So how do you have where you said it and you didn't designate it? The only way to designate it in the davas to say it is to do it.
So then you should be chayav to make it also.
Of course. Right. Amarava mishkacha, like you could have in a dava that you didn't say aside. Kigon da amar hare alai ola al minat she'eni chayav ba'achariyuta. Guy says I'm accepting an ola, but I don't have to replace it once I separate. Hare alai, but I don't have to replace it. And that shows what we said yesterday. That the reason why you would think that an idava is not subject to Baal Ta'acher is because my responsibility towards it is less. By a neder that I have to bring it and I have to replace it and I have to do it, it's a personal responsibility. You don't bring it, maybe there's Baal Ta'acher. But in a dava, the korban is here. Okay, I'm the caretaker. I got to get it there. It's not so much of a strong responsibility to get there on time. And that's the chidush. So the same thing, a guy that says, Hare alai, even though he didn't separate it, it's like a nidava because he's not responsible and he's still chayav in Baal Ta'acher. The Gemara says, Befi chazut tzedakah. Befi chazut tzedakah is also subject to Baal Ta'acher. Now it seems like Baal Ta'acher of tzedakah would be 3 holidays. Befi chazut tzedakah. Amar Rava utzedakah mechayev ala le'altar. Tzedakah yechayav right away on Baal Ta'acher. Why? My ta'amah. Taha kami aniyim. What's the reason of Baal Ta'acher is 3 holidays? Because you don't have to go to Beit HaMikdash all the time, right? So you have 3 times, we'll give you 3 strikes, then you're out. Aniyim, what's the problem? They're all over. Right? Taha kaimi aniyim, they're here. Pshita. It's a simple cheshbon. Mao de teima, I might say. Kivan de be'inyana de korbanot ketiva, since it says it next to the korbanot, ad avri ale gimel regalim, until 3 holidays pass. Ke korbanot, like korbanot, kamash malan. Therefore, it tells me no. Hatamu the talinu rahamana bergalim, that the Torah connected it to the regalim. Aval hachalo hashchichi anim. So Rav is saying you might say since it's written by korbanot, it's like korbanot kamash malan. No. Rashi, Kivan Kivan be'inyanad de korbanot ketiva lebal te'acher. I might say that you're not over until then. Kamash malan, no.
So if I have to do it within one regular?
What?
Before
You have
the
to
next
do it.
holiday?
I don't know what the time frame is. Sounds like it's right away.
Yeah, hey, why not?
So the shul doesn't bill you. You're not stressing about that.
What do I have to do if you made a donation? But you said it. You said it.
Shul didn't bill you.
What's the difference? Said I'm gonna donate 100 bucks.
You don't get Allah bills you for Nedava, for your Allah, your Hatat.
Yeah, no, but when I go to the Bet Mikdash,
So the Rosh says,
You're not gonna send you a bill.
Amarava, Utstaka Mechayev Alev. In the Beit HaMikdash, they only build the right people. Amarava,
And a better system.
Ruach HaKodesh. Amarava, Utstaka Mechayev Alev le'altar. Mai ta'ama. Taha kaimi aniyim. Yir'eh demayri b'mafrish ma'od l'tzedakah b'stam. He set aside the money for tzedakah stam. Dum yadeneder v'nedava de korbanot. Aval yachol adam la'afrish ma'od l'tzedakah שיהיו מונחים אצלו לתנם לעניים מעט, על ידי מקום שיראה לו, ואין בשייתו משום בעל תאחר. The guy takes money, he puts it aside in an account to give the aniyim. So, בעל תאחר, can I give it out today? No, if I say that I'm going to give it out slowly, that's okay.
Not even a time limit.
And the Korban Netanel says, if there's no aniyim, you have to chase them. But then,
When I said it,
you live in Sidon, there's no aniyim. Don't worry, they find you.
Yes, they find it.
Okay. Amar Rava, Rava says, Kivan shavar alav regel echad over ba'aseh. This is what we say, shalosh regelim, that's for the law. But once one holiday passes by, he's over ba'aseh. Rashi, ala korban, techtiv uvata shama va'avetem shama. Come there, bring it. We said it the other day. It's over ba'aseh. Says Gemara, Meitive, how could you tell me over ba'aseh? He'id Rabbi Yoshua. Rabbi Papias, Avlad Shlamim, the child of the Shlamim, Shekarev Shlamim. Right? Or Yekarev Shlamim. Shlamim could be a female. If the female Shlamim has a baby, it's also a Shlamim. Look in Rashi, Avlad Shlamim, Shefrish, either he was a Frish Be'emam Uberet, or Ibra La'achar Klisha. Had a baby, it could be, you bring it as a Shlamim. Amar Rabbi Papis, Ani Me'id, I say more. Shahaita lanu para shel zivchei shlamim. We had a para that was a shlamim. V'achalnuha bepesach. We ate the mother. Okay, go ahead and see it.
Also, I thought there's a din kablan.
Kablan? Okay. Amar Rabbi Papias, Ani Me'id. Shahaita lanu para shel zivchei shlamim. V'achalnuha bepesach. We ate the mother on Pesach. V'vlada. And we ate the baby on Sukkot. What's the problem?
Didn't pass the-
No,
Just get it for Kurban Pesach.
you don't have to pass it. No, it's not. It's a shlamim. How'd you pass Shavuot? You tell me, Rapapias is one of the Tanaim. He was over ba'aseh. Right? Hechi, right? Ela, Bishlama Pesach, Lo Akrevuha. I understand why they didn't bring it on Pesach. Eimar de Mechusar Zmanha. You can't bring a korban until 8 days. So if the mother gave birth on Pesach, you couldn't bring the korban on Pesach. Okay. No aseh. Ela Vlada, for the baby, Be'atzeret, Hechi Mashila, had they leave it through Shavuot, the first holiday, Bal Ta'acher. Rashi mechusar zman shema lo avru aleha shmona yamim. Echi mashi la ve'avri ale be'aseh. So must be Rav is wrong. There's no aseh. Smar Amar Rav Zebi mishmei the Rava kegon shaya hole be'atzeret. They wanted to bring it on Shavuot. He was sick.
Or it could have been lost when they found it. Who was it?
Who was sick?
The baby. Cow, the baby.
The cow or the guy?
The guy.
The cow was dead. They ate it on
The
Pesach.
baby.
So Rashi says, Shaya Hole Avlad, the baby. Sin, you can't bring a korban that's sick. You're killing it. What's the difference?
It's supposed to be perfect condition. No more
It's not a difference. So Tosfot, that's what they have the scan thing, right? Shaya Hole Be'atzeret. No X-ray, just take the temperature. Rashi Tosfot says, Shaya Hole Be'atzeret. The pasul hakrava kedetnam bebchorot. You think they can do the corona test on every korban? Right? Shaya kedetnam bebchorot zaken chole umezuham are all psulim. Ubepere kol asurim darshin anawilan. How do you know chole? Midechtiv menatzon menakebasim umena'izim. The mins are taking out. ועוד כתיב, כי תגישו פיסח וחולה אין רע. You see, we're comparing חולה to פיסח. פיסח is lame, it's pasul. Okay, but it's a psul that חוזר להכשרו. That's what Rav Zvi said, name of Rav. Rav Ashi אמר, מאי ואכלנו ולדה שלמים בחג, תקטני חג השבועות, on the holiday, חג שבועות. So why didn't Rav Zavid give that answer? It says, Kol heicha de tani Pesach, tani atzeret. When you call it Pesach, you call Shavuot atzeret, not Chag. Chag is always Rashi, Kol heicha de katani Pesach, de bai lemitni batre Shavuot, tani atzeret velo Chag. Okay, so Rava tells us, one holiday, over ba'aseh. Amar Rava, kivan she'avru alav shelosha regalim, Bechol yom vayom over bebal te'acher. Once you went through 3 holidays, so you had 3 holidays, right? After that, it's a daily bal te'acher.
How do we see that?
Right, like the credit card. What?
How do you see that it's a daily?
I don't know, that's what he says. Says, well, Meitive, I'll ask you a question. Echad bechor, ve'echad kol hakodshim. Kivan sha'avru alehem shana belo regalim, or regalim belo shana, over bebal te'acher. If you have a bechor or any kodshim, once you went through a whole year without holidays, which Rashi
I ask you a question.
Yes.
So right now, when does the year start? Nisan?
We said in the Mishnah that the year of the holiday starts in Nisan. And because we were going like Rabbi Shimon, who says that the 3 holidays have to be in order. Whereas the Tanakama says, whenever you make the neder, that's when we start counting. So if you made the neder before Shavuot, your 3 holidays are going to be Shavuot, Sukkot, and then Pesach. It's a machloket Tanaim.
So we never would start, we never would say that we'll do. We will not start Shavuot because Nisan, because the year starts in Nisan.
That's according to the Rabbi Shimon. We would say we won't start Shavuot. You have to start in Nisan. Correct.
Okay.
But that's one opinion. There's another opinion. Start whenever you want.
Okay. So we're following. Follow whenever you want.
We'll see right now exactly what we're following. It gets complicated. Let's take it slow over here. But this Tana has a new opinion. He's saying it's possible to be chayav on Bal Ta'acher if you went through a whole year, even though you didn't get 3 holidays. How do you get a whole year without 3 holidays? The Gemara is gonna discuss.
3 holidays in order or 3 holidays?
No, 3 holidays in. So the Gemara says, "Oh, echad bechor, ve'echad kivan she'avru alehem shana belo regalim, or regalim 3 holidays below shana. Over bebal ta'acher is over on bal ta'acher."
Okay, how do we do this?
Rashi says, "Shana belo regalim lekamem mefarish." So now, again, Rabbi said that if you're after 3 holidays, every day, hit him.
Is what's it called?
Hit him every day, right? Okay. And then the Gemara asks a question from this Baraita. You see anything in this Baraita against Rava? All the Baraita says is that there's 2 ways to trigger Bal Ta'acher. regalim below shana, and shana below regalim. Where does it say that it's not an everyday penalty once you hit that?
How can you have a shana below regalim?
Rashi said lekamim mefarish. So get it out of your head. Now, v'hai,
You'll find out.
v'hai, mai tiyuvte. What's the question? It didn't say anything wrong. Says the Gemara, Amar Rav Kahana. Rav Kahana says, Man de kamotiv, shapir kamotiv. No, it is a good question. Mechti. Tana alave kamehader. The Tana is looking for laving. Look, you could be over like this and like that. With shana below regalim, regalim below shana. Litni bechol yom vayom over bebal ta'acher. Say he's over every day. Give me another one. Even a bigger one. Every day bal ta'acher. The idach. And the other one, Tana lemikbe'e belav kamehad. The Tana is looking to tell you how you trigger it. Belav yetere lo kamehad. But he's not looking to tell you more lav. He's just looking to tell you how it triggers. Rashi, lemikbe'e belav kamehad. Lo diachat to tell you, kol tzidei zman hatchalat bal ta'acher. It's telling you when it starts. Shibo. Alav yetere lo mehader. Lord, to tell you how bad it is that you get alive every day, he's not coming to tell you. Gufa. Now we go back to explain. Echad bechor ve'echad kol hakodshim. Kivan she'avru alehem shana belo regalim or regalim belo shana over bebal ta'acher is over on bal ta'acher. Bishlama regalim belo shana. I understand how you over on regalim without a year. Mishkach, 3 holidays. Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot is 6 months. Not a full. Ela shana below regalim heichi mishkach lahariv you without regalim. Hanicha, it's good. Leman deitle kisidran. If you hold that you need the regalim kisidran, mishkach. So you could go through a year and you don't have regalim kisidran. All right, if you made the neder before Shavuot, you get back to before Shavuot. You didn't do 3 holidays in order, but you did a whole year. Mishkachala.
You did it before Shavuot, but you have Shavuot of just 2
I went through a year. Right, if you hold Kisidran, right? Rabbi Shimon said it's 5. Right. So Rashi says, Hanicha leman debai kisidran mishkachala. The avra shana year passed. V'lo avru legalim kisidran. V'lemidcha he's learning kivan the avra shana once a year passes. Alfal pi shelo avru legalim kisidran. Even though the holidays didn't pass, chayav. Savar la Rabbi Shimon bechad. He also like Rabbi Shimon that the regalim trigger is only kisidran. Upaligale bechad. Why? Because Rabbi Shimon says specifically, if I make a neder before Shavuot, I could go all the way till next Sukkot and I'm good. He doesn't have the year trigger. This Tana holds is also a year trigger. Where does he learn the year trigger from? He told you. Bechor. By Bechor it says Shana b'Shana. You have to do it every year, right? Since he says you have to do it every year, by Bechor you for sure over on Bal Ta'acher if you leave a year. And he's learning from Bechor. He's learning to other korban. Ela leman delet kisidran. If you don't believe in kisidran, any 3 holidays you over. You never have more than a year for 3 holidays. Says the Gemara, Bishlama Rabbi mishkachala b'shana me'ubedet. According to Rabbi says that you calculate a year as 365 days. Right? So therefore, in the Shana Me'uberet, in a Jewish leap year. So a Jewish year is 354 days. Where's the change? We put it in the leap year. So Rabbi says, the fact that a Shana Tachama is 365 days doesn't mean that when you calculate it, you don't calculate 365. You calculate 365. That's how you should count it. We'll see where he says it. Right? But in a leap year is 383 days. Right? So 383 days, right? If you made the neder, right after Pesach, right? So you did 2 holidays, right? And you're gonna come back. You're gonna get to Adar, and you didn't do a whole. You did a whole year, but you didn't do 3 holidays.
Because there's an extra month.
Because there's an extra month. Because Rabbi says all I need is 365.
So you're doing the day. Well, okay.
I'm not getting back to the same day I made the neder. The
No.
day I made the neder is 22,
The days
So
wise.
you're getting back to Rosh Hashana Nisan,
maybe.
end of the year.
It will make a difference. I got 365 days, right? And I didn't get a third holiday.
354, no?
No, Rabbi says 365. We'll see. Bishlam el Rabbi, Mishkach Allah b'shana me'uber. You'll find it in a leap. The Tanya, Shana Timima. It says by Arimikla, by Bet Moshav Ir Choma. When you sell a city in a walled city, it says he can redeem it ad milot lo Shana Timima. A full year. What's Shana Timima? Rabbi Omer Moneh 365 yom keminyan yomot ha'hamma. 365 days. That's the full year. V'chachamim omrim no. Moneh yab chodesh miyom liyom. You go from Yud Aleph Nisan to Yud Aleph Nisan, right? Ve'im nit'abra shana, and if it's a leap year, nit'abra lo. Who is the leap year for? The leap year is for the seller, that he has an extra full month to redeem it. Nit'abra lo.
But the year, according to that opinion, a year is
A year is a
month.
year. No,
It's the
so
extra month.
and when? In a leap year.
Yeah.
Shana Temimah is coming to tell you in a leap year, give him the leap year. But in a regular year, it's a regular year. So according to the Chachamim, it's not 365. It's whatever day. So if I made a neder the day after Pesach, when is the year over? The day after Pesach. So you have 3 holidays.
Yeah, 3 holidays.
3 holidays. You're always getting back to that day. You always have 3 holidays. Ve'im netabra shana netabra lo. Mishkach halal Rabbi. The aktish batar hagamatzot. He made it hekdesh on Chaf Aleph Chaf Bet Nisan. The chimati shilhi Adar. You get to the end of Adar. Batra'a, the second Adar. Shana malya. You finish the year. Regalim lo malu. You didn't finish the holidays. Let's see Rashi. Bishlam el Rabbi. The Amar Chodesh Ha'ibur Eno Min Hashana is not part of the year. Food's the only thing I count is Yud Aleph Yom, the 11 days. Shishnat Chama Yetera Ala Levana, that the solar year is more than the winter year, than the lunar year. Mishkach Ala B'Shana Me'uberet. So in a leap year, you could have a year without 3 holidays.
So you disqualify the 13th month.
Right? He never counts the 13th. Shana Temimah Ha'amura B'Bate Arei Choma. Is Moneh Shasa Yamim. That's a full year. Va'afilu b'shana pishuta, in a regular year. Va'af b'shana me'uberet, and in a leap year. Kiven sha'avro alav gimel me'ot v'shishim v'chamisha yamim. Mishemechara, when he sold it, nechlat. Whereas the Chachamim say miyom liyom mitetvav b'nisan l'chamisha asar b'nisan. In mechara, if he sold it, betetvav b'nisan. Why Rashi would say that the guy sold his house on Yom Tov is a good question.
No, maybe he sold it before and took possession.
Whatever, it's a little strange, right? Nit'abra lo, it became the buyers. La mocher, no, the sellers. If the seller gets the extra month, he has an extra month opportunity to buy it back. The al korcho shelokeach, and against the lokeach's desire, he wants it to become his before. Eno nechlat, it doesn't become sealed to the lokeach. So we could say he sold it to him. He made the neder batar hagamatzot. Betoch haregel, either within the holiday, v'id the amri la'achar haregel, v'shilhi adar batra lav dafka. If you did it after the holiday, 365 is going to be over already after Rosh Chodesh Nisan. Lav dafka. Ela la'achar shiatza adar kam. It's after adar finishes. Shana malya. A full year. Okay, let's see. Back in Elul Rabbanan, according to the Chachamim, Heichi Mishkach Allah, how are you going to get there? So we have another answer. Kedetani Rav Shmaya. The Chachamim will go like Rav Shmaya too, right? Rav Shmaya says, Atzeret Shavuot, Pe'amim Hey, Pe'amim Shisha, Pe'amim Shiva. Sometimes Shavuot is on the 5th of the month. Sometimes it's on the 6th. Sometimes it's on the 7th. Why? Because Shavuot is not a day of the month. It's 50 days, the 50th day after the 2nd day of Pesach, right? So if Haketzad, shenehem meleim, if both months were 30-day months, chamisha, it's on the 5th. Shenehem chaserim, if they're both 29-day months, shiv'ah, it's on the 7th. Echad maleh ve'echad chaser, shisha, 6. So therefore, you could have a case where you have a year without holidays. Look in Rashi.
Who's Shanahan? Nisan in here?
Yeah, look in Rashi. Rashi says that's an our standard calendar, but when they did up Iyah, it was the way it was going to be. Pe'amim shisha shu shisha b'sivan yom chamishim la'omer. Shenehem meleim Nisan ve'iyar hare tet vav yamim min Nisan. 15 days from Nisan. Ve'lamed iyar and 30 v'iyar is 45. Maluluhu hamishim hamisha b'sivan. Add 5. That's day 50. Right, the 50. Echad maleh umeshkach Allah. So now, how do you if one is full and one is not? So you have 15 and 29 is 44 plus 6 days. The 6th day is
What are you counting? 15 and 20.
15 days from Nisan and 29 days of Iyar. That's 44. The 6th day of Sivan is the 50th. If you have 29 and 29, so you have 14 and 29 is 43. You got to add 7 days. The 7th day of Sivan is going to be Shavuot. So he says, "Echad maleh umishkach Allah shana b'lo regalim." So every year without regalim. Kegon shnehem meleim ve'ira atzeret behei b'Sivan. It was 2 maleh. Atzeret was on the 5th. Ve'hektisha lemachorat bevav. So he made a hekdesh on the 6th, the day after Shavuot. Uleshana ba'ah, the next holiday, the next year. Hayushnem hasirim. They were both hasir. Ve'ira atzeret bezayin b'Sivan. And Shavuot came out on the 7th. V'hashana milea b'yom vav. His year was up on the 6th b'Sivan. Mishiktisha v'adayin lo avar atzeret. So he did a shana v'lo regalim. Now the Gemara says, Man Tana. Who's the Tana? The Palig Aleh de Rav Shmaya. Rav Shmaya is saying good. 4, 5, 6, 7. Who argues on him? Acherim, it's Acherim. The Tanya we learned Acherim Omrim. Acherim says, Em ben Atzeret le'Atzeret. Em ben Rosh Hashana le'Rosh Hashana. Em ben Ela Daled Yamim Bilvad. There's only 4 days. Meaning, it always moves 4 days in the week, from Sunday to Thursday. If it was a leap year, Chamisha. And the reason is because he holds, Rav Shmaya says, listen, Bedin, sometimes it's going to be Maleh, sometimes Chaser, no problem. Acherim says, no, we always do one Maleh, one Chaser, one Maleh, one Chaser. If you do one Maleh, one Chaser, a year is always 354 days. 350 days gets you back to Sunday, from Sunday to Sunday, because it's 50 weeks. And then move 4 days, you add 354. Every year, Rosh Hashanah is going to go 4 days, and it's a leap year, it's going to go 5 days. Why? Because a leap year is 383. 378 is 54 weeks plus 5 days. So then it goes 5 days. It goes from Sunday to Friday. But there's no leeway. So he argues on Rosh Hashanah, you're not going to have 5, 6, 7. It's always going to be Shesh B'Sivan, like it says in Ro'eh Neiman. Okay.
Hashish.
Doesn't say hashish.
No.
Shesh B'Sivan.
Hashish.
By Rabbi Zera asked the question. Yoresh Mahu Bebal Te'acher. Does an heir over on Bal Te'acher? Why? Kiti dor neder amara hamana v'ha lo nadar. The Torah makes it sound like if you made the neder, you have to bring the korban. The Yoresh says, I didn't make the neder. I inherited the korban. O Dilma v'ha lo nadar. O Dilma uvata shama v'avetem shama. Go there, bring it. V'ha mechayev. You have to bring it. Tashema the Tani Rabbi Chia. Me'mecha pra li Yoresh. Ki darosh yidreshenu me'mecha. He's going to ask it from you. You are not the kid. We use me'imach to teach me leket shechal be'ah because it says ani imach. So Gemara says kiri be'immecha ve'kiri be'me'immecha. Double derasha. Immecha, that's leket shechal be'ah. Me'immecha, from you and not your kid.
So your kid doesn't have to responsibility.
He doesn't have Balta Acher.
And he doesn't know every neder that is.
He knows he has it. Rashi, Kri be'immecha u'me'mecha, v'darish be'tarti. Be'immecha mashma lechelko shel ani. Umem yetera lema'ut yoresh.
The father made a neder and he died. Or something?
Yeah.
So the father made a neder and died. Isn't the neder done? No. Kid, did Yoshi?
No, the korban is here. He put aside the korban. Bai Rabbi Zera, Isha mai bebalta acher. As a lady over on balta acher. Why not? Mi amrinan halo mechayve b'riyah. The Torah was mechayve balta acher if you had 3 opportunities to bring it and you didn't bring it. The lady don't have to show up.
The husband has to bring it.
The lady has to bring it. I'm responsible for my wife's korbanot.
Could you be?
You pay her tickets, right?
Oh Dilma. Oh
Could you
Dilma.
nullify
Ma?
them? Could you nullify it?
I don't think so. Oh Dilma, I'm not sure. Oh Dilma. Ha'ita b'simcha. The lady has chayav in simcha. What simcha? Shalmei simcha. Shalmei simcha. You can only eat in Yerushalayim. So you come into Yerushalayim, it's close enough. Amar le Abaye. V'teipuk leid. Ha'ita b'simcha. Simcha is enough. Umiyamar Abaye hachi. Does Abaye hold the ladies is chayav in simcha? But Abaye, doesn't Abaye say, Isha ba'ala misamecha? It's not her responsibility to be sameya. Right? When it says, v'samachta v'chagecha ta v'ishtecha, right? Does that mean that the wife has a chiyuv of simcha, or does it mean that the husband has to make the wife happy? Yes, husband make the wife happy. Mr. Rudy has the way. Come see Mr. Rudy on Avenue U. He will tell you how to make your wife happy.
It's as big as
Right. This is the Kalvahomer, right? So
I don't want you to
I've been telling them for years. Some just don't listen. I don't know what it is.
So the Gemara says that's what Abaye says. You, Rabbi Zera, hold the ladies chayav simcha. According to you, going to Yerushalayim is enough. I hold she doesn't have to go. She could get her jewelry and stay home. But according to you, that he has to go, then she's chayav in baltach. Ibaya lehu. They asked the question. Bechor me'ematai monim lo shana. From when do they count the year of the Bechor? Abaya Amar Misha'a Shenolad. From when it's born. Rav Acha Bar Yaakov Amar Misha'a Shenir'eh lahartza'ah. From the day that you could bring it as a korban, which is day 8. V'la pligi, they're not arguing. Habe tam, habe ba'al mum. One is talking about a tam. A tam, you have to bring it as a korban. You couldn't bring it until the 8th day, so start the year from the 8th day. Habe ba'al mum. By a ba'al mum, you could eat it yourself. You could eat yourself from day 1. It says the Gemara, ba'al mum mimati achilei. You're not allowed to eat an animal that's born until the 8th day, because maybe it's an if. Rashi, mimatzi achilei biyom shenolad doma nefelu, ve'en shechita metaharato. The shechita won't make it kosher ad sheyashesh shmona yamin. After 8 days, the shuv nafik le michlal nefel. The Tanya Rashbag omer, kol sheshah 30 yom be'adam eno nefel ubebe'ma shmona yamin. So the Gemara says the kim le be. We're talking where we know that it was full. It was full term. I know when I got pregnant, and I know when it gave birth. I know it's a full term. It's not an nefel. In that case, you would start the year from the day it's born, if it's a Baal Moon. And Rashi says it's talking that it was born in Baal Moon.
You could eat it therefore on day 1.
And I could eat it on day 1. So I have to give it to the Kohen or shacht it before a year. Baruch Adonai le'olam.
I have a question on another subject.
Go ahead. I have to Kaddish.